Trigger, Fufu, Astra Yao, Orpheus. I hate every single off-field agent in ZZZ. They are strong, they are kind of hot too, but I still hate every single one of them. I would rather build Anton than pull another one of these guys. Now, I'm not hating on anyone who likes these kinds of agents. That's your business, not mine. But every time I pull one of these, I feel disappointed. Why? Because I feel like a brain-dead toddler. Let's compare. Qingyi versus Trigger. When you play Qingyi, your goal is to attack enemies and build up her resource bar. They all have quirky names. I will just call it the bar. Once the bar is full, you unlock an enhanced basic attack. This enhanced attack has some nuance to it. If you fully charge and release it twice, Qingyi buffs your stun damage against enemies. The key is you have to commit to the full hold. If you let go early, you don't get the buff. But doing the full animation takes time, and we don't want to waste time here, man. So here's the trick. If an enemy attacks you while you're charging and you released enhanced basic, it counts as a special dodge. That skips the long animation and it gives you a shorter version of the attack. And wait, there's more. If you defensive assist in the middle of an enhanced basic, it still counts as the full attack. But this only works with a defensive assist, not a swap cancel. See how much nuance there is with Qingyi? I could keep going, but let's talk about Trigger. Trigger's gameplay is this. You hold her basic button, build her bar, then swap to your DPS. The bar drains very slowly, and you get a buff not only during a stun, but also outside of a stun. You use her ultimate and spend energy whenever you've got it, and that's it. See how much more simple and kind of brain dead Trigger feels? I know she's got taken optimization and stuff like that, but for most players, that's really all there is to it. Oh, and let's talk about Fufu. She's basically Trigger 2.0. She's not exactly the same. She gives a different buff. She looks different. She's got her own little nuances, like she can proc chain attacks and stuff like that, but the gameplay loop is the same thing. You just put her on the team and she hands out a buff that isn't tied to enemies being stunned. That's it. Then you spend her energy and ult for maximum efficiency. Now again, I'm not saying they are bad. In fact, Trigger and Fufu are both better than Qingyi, but Qingyi is just way more fun. Sure, she might give you carpal tunnel when you play her, and yeah, you might hate your life when an enemy dodges your enhanced basic or sidesteps your ultimate. Believe me, I know, but at least she gives you something these Aftershock fuckers can't. Honest to God fun. But okay, I'm fine with stunners being off-field. That makes sense. But imagine attackers being off-field. That would never happen. Right? Right? You know I'm talking about Orphie. I was super hyped for her. Out of all of the 2.0 characters, she was the only one I cared about. When they revealed her as a fire attacker, I was like, hell yeah, I'm not even mad. Even though I have Evelyn and she's cool, I wouldn't mind having a cute alternative. Then I found out she's just another off-field Aftershock. That killed my hype instantly. I haven't even touched her in the story yet because I already know she's gonna feel like another brain-dead autopilot agent. I'm kind of sad. And I get it. Aftershock needed fleshing out. They needed a strong backbone so people would actually use the characters. Props to Hoyo for not abandoning Aftershock, but the way they fixed it was by making an attacker, a attacker that I actually liked, into an off-field creature. I can't justify stunners being off-field, but the attacker, couldn't you have just made a support anyway? And it sucks, it's Orphie because I was really hyped for her. Sucks for me. Good for people who had Aftershock, I guess. And now let's talk about the mother of Aftershock, Astra Yao. Now technically Astra isn't even an Aftershock character. She doesn't have the word Aftershock anywhere in her kit because that mechanic didn't even exist when she dropped. But what is she? Another off-field agent that doesn't do anything on-field. She just sits back and gives useless buffs. Not useless buffs, fucking the best buffs in the whole game. Since release, Astra has been the best support in the entire roster. Every single team before Yuzuha came out was like, okay, Astra Lighter Evelyn, okay, Astra Yanagi Miyabi, Astra Trigger Sambi, Astra Vivian Jane. Every fucking team is Astra Yao and she doesn't do shit. Anyway, I'm not saying if you pull these characters you should feel bad or something. You enjoy your Aftershock booty, I enjoy my non-Aftershock booty. And yeah, this is a mobile game, so it's fair that they release characters that are easy to play like this. But we have already 4, come on, what the hell man, why the fuck did you do that to my girl Orphie, fuck you. Anyway, now here's the thing, off-field characters don't have to suck. Hoyo has already proven they can make them interesting. They just forgot when they were making these four. Take Vivian and Burnice for example. They are both off-field anomaly agents, but if you actually want to play them efficiently, you need to manage the resources properly and don't overstack. And also you have to think on your feet. Then there's Nicole and Yuzuha. Nicole isn't strictly off-field, but she's a support. She spends a lot of time there. The catch is, you can't forget she exists. You have to bring her in at the right time to apply her debuff. She demands timing and attention, motherfucker. And Yuzuha, oh my god, don't get me started on Yuzuha. I love Yuzuha. I want to marry Yuzuha. What I wanted to say is she's another example of how to do this right. She's basically Astra for anomaly teams, one of the best supports in the game, but with her own quirks and complexity. Her buff doesn't automatically refresh like Astra, you have to tag her in to reapply it. Plus she's got that parry baked into her kit, which has saved my ass more times than I could count. And it's amazing for breaking those miasmic shields and shit. Man, I love Yuzuha. Anyway, I have said this a bunch of times, but I'm not shaming anyone who likes these off-field motherfuckers. I just don't fuck with them personally. And after falling for the off-field trap 3 times, Astra, Fufu, and Trigger, yeah, I pulled all of them. I even pulled Astra twice, so call me a hypocrite if you want. I'm done. I don't care if the next agent they drop is goated as hell. The second I hear off-field Aftershock, I'm going back to sleep. Subscribe, join the Discord, leave a comment, and have a good day. Peace!